Welcome to Current Chatter, the place where we dive into the latest news and happenings going on around the world. Join mother and son duo Kota and Losa as they engage in lively debates over current affairs and anything else that sparks a discussion. With diverse perspectives and a bit of fun, you never know what topics will come up next. Tune in every Friday afternoon for your weekly dose of Current Chatter.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Current Chatter. It's Friday afternoon. You know what time it is. As always, I'm here with Mama. Mama, how are you today?
I'm good. Good. Ready for the long weekend ahead.
I know. I'm actually helping friends move all weekend, and then we're going to party Monday night, so we'll see how it goes.
That doesn't sound like it's a good thing to do. Work night.
It's good because I know that they would pay me back in return. You know what I mean? These are some of our best friends, so it's like,
all right,
it's not even that big of a problem. At least I don't think so.
You need a truck. Did you get a truck? A moving truck?
No, we're just going to keep packing up the Mitsubishi until we have everything over there. I think that they did get a truck for like their big beds and stuff, but they actually don't have a whole lot, so I don't think it'll be too bad. Yeah, no. They used to live in a van and ride around California. So I think they're used to not having much.
Well, yeah, minimalists.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Minimalists to do the van life.
Yeah, but their house doesn't look empty. You know what I mean? There's a difference between, like, minimalist and where these guys are at. Their house always feels warm and homey with the amount of stuff.
So they have things that matter instead of just...
Stuff,
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's the best way to put it. Yeah. So I see you got a nice new hairdo. You feel good about yourself?
I'm trying.
It's the little things.
Slow. The lady said that I had some bald spots, and that she said she gave me some ideas on how to cover up my bald spots. It just hasn't ever come back as strong and healthy as when I lost it before,
yeah.
you know.
I'm surprised you don't have curlier hair.
Yeah, like, I've always had straight hair. Yeah.
What do they call it? Chemo curls? Is that what they call it?
Yep. And no, I didn't get that. I wasn't cool enough to have that happen to me.
I don't know if cool enough is the way to say it. You're just built different.
Just built different.
Yeah, exactly.
I appreciate you noticing.
Did you happen to catch the news today?
Well, how could you not catch the news today?
Yeah, I was just scrolling through TikTok when it popped up, and then I started to deep dive into it. I know that you did some research on it. And we're going to touch base on the unfortunate shooting that happened in Minneapolis at the Catholic Church today.
Yeah. We just want, first of all, before we get into it, I just want to say from the Current Chatter family that we, our thoughts and prayers are with the families affected by this horrible tragedy.
Yeah, it's definitely unfortunate what happened. I don't want to say luckily only 3 people died. It's a tragedy. Anybody died, but it could have been worse. 3 people died. Because the shooter killed themselves.
Okay.
Yeah, so 3 people were taken. I think it happened around 8:30, didn't it?
Yep, 8:30 in the morning. He had to have known what was going on with the school because of the mere fact that he knew that they would be having this mass. I couldn't think of that word.
Yeah, so when I was researching it, it looked like Robin, their parent or their mother, worked at the school for a long time. So I'm assuming that they probably went to the school and had an idea of the schedule of what was going on. So they were affiliated with the school at one point. I think they graduated in 2017 or something like that. They were 24, 25.
Yeah, just young.
2 children were killed. Ages 8 and 10, both sitting in pews. Guardian ABC and News ABC reported 17 people were injured, including 14 children, age approximately 6 to 15, and 3 adults in their 80s. Many were taken to local hospitals. Some of the children were in critical condition, and at least 4 patients require surgery.
It's just so sad. I just think that, I don't know if they were doing them when you were in school. I know it's been a minute, 12 years since you were in school. But did you guys have active shooter preparation drills? Yeah.
I mean, we talked about, like in my later high school years, we talked about what to do if there was an active shooter. We never had any drills. All of our drills consisted of fire drills and earthquake drills. That's what we mainly focused on when I was in school. Do you know if Justin had any?
I don't know. He never said anything about it.
The shooter was identified as 23-year-old Robin Wisman, legally changed name, previously born Robert Witzman. Witzman died by suicide at the scene behind the church. Authorities are investigating the incidents as a probable hate crime and domestic terrorist. The FBI is involved. A manifesto or video was posted by the shooter on YouTube hours before the attack. It has since been removed and is under review. The shooter has legal ties to the school. Their mother worked there as a parish secretary from 2016 until her retirement in 2021.
So his parents sound like that they might have been older, a lot older than him. So that would be, a reason why that they didn't, stop him from doing this. I don't know if that's an excuse. I hope it's not an excuse. I'm just very upset about the whole situation. I'm upset about can I be honest? The spotlight it puts on the trans community in a negative light.
Mm-hmm.
Like, trans individuals are fighting so many battles internally.
Yeah.
That for it to spill out like this is just heartbreaking.
There is a ton of coverage focused on the shooter's identity, and I just want to say this clearly, that an individual's gender, religion, or background is not what makes them violent. Violence like this comes from hate or pain or choices, not from identity. So I agree with you there that it's putting a whole lot of focus on other aspects instead of the true reasoning behind this. I do think that this person had some mental illnesses that they never looked into. It's believed that they were transgendered, but it's never said. They could have been non-binary also. I don't think that this violence comes from the transgender community. I really don't. You don't learn this kind of
hate.
Yeah. This is something else entirely. I don't know. I caught some videos because I went on a deep dive on Reddit too. I don't know if you saw the videos that they had posted prior to this. So they had and I have their manifesto too. I can read it if you'd like. They had I think it says up here in my notes. They had an assault rifle, a handgun, and one other.
So it begs the question, Dakota, is like, do we need stronger laws on firearms, which I'm totally against, because I'm a big proponent of the Second Amendment, which I know that you are as well.
Well, I definitely think that it's too easy for people to get guns. I think there needs to be reform on how people obtain guns legally. I definitely do. I definitely think that there needs to be some kind of, I don't know, mental stability or a wellness check or something like that when you're purchasing a gun. Again, with that, I no one's going to take my guns from me, but I am also more than willing to prove my cognizance when it comes to owning a firearm, and maybe safety classes need to be more involved with firearms. The side note to that is people are going to get them either way, whether it's buying them legally or obtaining them illegally. Like that's just how it's going to be. There's no way.
The videos with him showing off his magazines.
Yeah, that's what I was going to talk to you about. Did you see all the stuff that was written on? They had white ink written on a lot of stuff. They had, I think it was tear gas, and it had like anti-Semitic sayings written on it, and like I think they had one that said "fuck Trump," or another one that recognized other mass shooters. Their names were written on some of their equipment also. Did you see that? I
didn't. I only saw the names. I only saw, it was, he hated God, and he put Jesus's picture up on his rifle target, and regardless of his gender, he was a very, very angry person, sounds like.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. A very, very angry person.
Yeah. I just wonder, I hate the idea of pigeonholing somebody and saying that because of this equals they're going to do this automatically. Do you know what I mean?
What do you think they're automatically going to do? Or
I'm afraid that people are going to look and say, transgender this or transgender that, and just have hatred towards them.
I think that you're right. It's not fair. And I think that hatred is already there. This just is more fuel to the fire. But I truly think if someone believes that this person did it because they're transgendered, they need more help than we can give them. This person did not do it whether or not they were transgender or had like sexual identity issues. That, like I said before, they did it all out of hate and just want violence.
Okay, one small question. Don't you think that maybe some of the emotional stability that was not given to him was what caused him to be maybe, want to register as a different identity, force them to look at, you don't know what happens behind closed doors, but a parent that works at a Catholic school I would assume, would be very devout. And to have a transgender child would be hard for that.
Those are questions that neither of us can answer. There is statements all over the news that their mother helped them change their name. So before they were of legal age to change their name, they were still underage when their name was changed. They have to have a parent's consent to do so. So in that aspect, I want to believe that their mother gave them all the support while also still having their love for God,
Right. Yeah.
Because just because they're Christian doesn't mean that they automatically hate transgender people. It was probably just a learning curve for that parent. I didn't dive deep into the parent just because it happened today, and it just seemed wrong to deep dive into the parent aspect of everything because we want to focus on like the victims themselves and the tragedy. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm trying to get at here?
Yeah, and it was just, I just have to send out, a heartfelt thank you to the first responders and the teachers. The principal said that the teachers ran towards the danger to protect children.
Yeah, I know that Robin was shooting through a window, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I don't think Robin ever got inside of the building. I think that they just stood outside. And I don't know this for a fact. That I'm just coming up with...
That's what the news has said, is he just stood outside and shot.
Yeah, and that they ended up taking their own life behind the church. So, yeah. Yeah, definitely. I know it's going to be something of interest in the, coming future of what it's going to do to the trans community, but I feel like the trans community has gone through a lot already, and this is just another notch in this hate-filled belt that trans people wear, unfortunately.
That makes me very sad. People need to just do what they're going to do, be who they're going to be, and not be so hate-filled.
Yeah, I think it really comes down to our understanding on mental health. I would love to think that if this person had gotten the help that they so desperately obviously needed, that they could have chose a different path,
I just wonder at what point do you give them that? You know what I mean?
I bet you there were signs before any of this happened that something was going down not correct cognitively. You know what I mean? I would like to think there have to be signs. Not everybody is going to see those signs. Obviously, not everybody. But I also think that if we were married more aware of the signs to look out for, it might be different.
What signs?
I don't know the signs. Well, you know what I mean? I have no idea. I know the signs for someone who is possibly getting ready to commit suicide, but we've been taught that because suicide is such a problem. You know what I mean? But we don't yet know the signs for people that want to mass murder. It's the same thing. Like, we have theories on why people become serial killers, but we don't know the true signs. Do you know what I mean? Like, if we had the true signs to it, I don't know if there would be any serial killers. And I can't say that because we all know the signs for, or should know the signs for, suicide, but it still happens on a daily basis.
No, people, I think, we have a very, unique relationship in that we've had so much suicide in our family and across with just the closeness,
Mm-hmm.
of that in our family. And not saying that anybody else's family who had suicide I feel less for them, of course. What I'm saying is that our family has been affected by it in such a unique way that I think that, I don't know, I think so many people who have committed suicide don't follow in our life that don't follow the pattern of suicide.
Yeah, you're right.
But the fact that we don't have a more in-depth and thorough mental health, action for our kids that are having issues like that,
I have always thought mental health needs to be a priority. It's just as important as, like, your doctor's appointments. Like, your mental health has a whole lot to do with you, Like,
yeah.
It definitely does.
I think that there's a breakdown especially when it comes to the mental health of, let's say, a transgender individual. Like, there's a breakdown in that the mental health people are like, well, we don't know what to do with them except for, throw medication at them, throw surgeries at them. You know what I mean? Instead of saying maybe we should sit down and treat the individual when they're ready to make a transition of any kind, they're doing it from a place of mindfulness instead of a social kind of, like, forcing them into doing something. Do you know what I mean?
I don't think anyone gets forced into being transgender, if that's what you're getting at.
No, that's definitely not what I was saying.
Okay. I know that in order to have any kind of, like, surgery or the hormone therapy, like, you have to have doctor's notes, not just doctors, but psychiatrists and whatnot. So there are those steps in there for transgendered people, And transgender people have been all around the globe for centuries. It's not like this new thing. It feels new because I think of social media and everybody can say what they want to say about it. You know what I mean? And there's transgender advocates and transgender influencers, and it's so big and in your face also because of all the hate and stuff that's going around because they're trying to do anything to point fingers at transgendered people.
I just don't understand why it has to be so, look at me, I'm transgender, and I don't want that to be the case, because I think that people should be able to live their lives the way they feel that they need to live their lives. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And there are some transgender people who aren't all in your face, Maybe you're just seeing more of it because your algorithm. I don't know. I don't see a whole lot of transgender people on my algorithm.
Dakota, this is just, being honest, because that's what we do here at Current Chatter, is that I am shocked by how many people have come out as transgender in the circle that I'm in. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I feel like a lot of times transgender people do a lot of masking because that's just what they're supposed to do. That's what they're taught to do as young individuals, as children, you know what I mean? It's not like the it thing right now, you know what I mean? And some people just aren't comfortable coming out until they're older.
Yeah. There was a candle maker that I watched a great deal, and he came out as transgender. It's just it's amazing how once people start like, it's just shocking to me sometimes. I don't know why.
Could you say the same thing about when people started to openly come out as gay?
No, because I grew up in the 80s, Dakota, when it was like, it wasn't cool to be gay because of the whole AIDS scare.
But it's not cool to be transgendered either. Again, that goes to that mindset there, how you just explained it, was it's the new it thing, the new fad. When it's it, I don't think it is. I think it's totally different.
Yeah. And I actually even talked to some people about like article in my high school thing, because I was very, very open with the fact that I had a gay sister.
Well, she also didn't hide it at all from anybody.
No. But at the time, we are so siloed by who you know, and if you're part of a group or not. Back in the 80s and the 90s, you didn't see a lot of that. And it was like, well, she has a gay sister, so she must be gay as well.
That's just ignorance.
That is ignorance. But it was something that I heard more than once growing up. And like guilty by association, so you must be guilty too.
Yeah. I can understand that. I don't think
I love my sister, but I don't think that ever crossed her mind, because we were so close in age. We're only a year and a week apart. And so we had a bunch of the same friends. And so it was hard to grow up with that stigmatism hanging over you all the time. She
may not have even realized that you had that stigmatism. Did you ever openly admit that to her?
Oh, I don't think I've ever talked to her about it, no.
Then how would she know that was an issue you had?
No, right, but it's just something that just came to my head just now.
Well, okay, I see what you're saying.
Like, oh my gosh, I've never talked to her about it. Maybe, but back then it was very stigmatized. And it's kind of like how, transgender people are now. Mm-hmm. I see a lot of the same hate bubbling up. I see a lot of the same love bubbling up from people. And, 30 years ago when Columbine happened, it was a horrible thing. And it was the stigmatism of who you knew when you knew kind of thing.
Yeah.
That something like that was even possible.
Yeah. And that was like one of the first big shootings, correct? So like school shootings, I should say. We'd had shootings before, but school shootings. It wasn't like you didn't think you were going to go to school and be shot at, and now they're making bulletproof backpacks. Like I know.
Horrible. Have you seen that commercial?
I don't think
about learning how to like triage a patient, and we're learning about that your backpack does have Kevlar in it to keep you safe, and you just have to hide the major body parts behind it. And, I don't think kids shouldn't have to know that.
Absolutely not. They shouldn't. They should be worried about getting good grades and like what they're going to do after school, who they're going to play basketball against, or who's going to be their dungeon master for the night at their friend's house. You're definitely right, where they shouldn't have to ever worry about that kind of thing, and it's unfortunate that is the kind of society that we live in.
Yeah. There's just a lot of hate out there, and it just really breaks my heart. There's hate for the transgender, there's hate for the Catholics, there's hate for there's hate out there for people who don't think that we should be having kids because the world is overpopulated as it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just so much hate. I think that it was really important for me to bring this up because there's just so much hate out there, but that you and I, even though we are on totally opposite sides of how we view things, a lot of the time we still love each other.
But there also has to be that mutual respect. You have to have mutual respect for the person that you're conversating with. And I feel like that mutual respect isn't there, and it gets overlapped by the hate, And there's the fact that some people think the other person's view is just ignorance or just stupidity, and it's not stupidity. It's just a different route of thinking. And I don't know. I think it's more important now than ever that we're doing this kind of thing, you and I.
Yeah. And
it's not coming from a place of just love or just forgiveness from my mom and I. It's really just trying to understand the other person's point of view. But like I said before, we also have that mutual respect for each other.
Right.
Yeah. So
very true.
I think if more people could sit down and have a conversation like that, like neither of us have raised our voice or anything. Like, you know, this is probably one of our more serious episodes. We have yelled at each other, but we've also laughed at each other a whole lot in this, you know.
I think that's really important. I think that you do this. I raised you right in this aspect, is that you have a genuine givingness of love to give that me and Dad showed you how to, like, love people unconditionally. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense?
Yeah. It also has, like, led me to just trust in people that they always have good intentions, even though that they don't always have good intentions, you know?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we don't know why someone would do this. We just get to figure out the impact that it's going to have. You know, we're never going to get to understand Robin's point of view on why they would do something like this. I don't even know if I want to know, you know?
You're right.
So there's just a lot of variables there.
It's true. Oh, it just makes me sad.
Have you heard the term shrekking?
Yes.
You have?
Yeah. I think it's sad that this is a commentary on our current, like, first world problems, and it's not healthy, right? But
I don't know. It's lowering your standards, really. I don't know. And it's okay. Oh, for those of you who don't know, shrekking involves dating someone you're not quite attracted to in the hopes that that person will treat you better in return. After all, Princess Fiona took a chance on Shrek, and that turned out great for her, right? That's what this article says. But I didn't know about that until a couple of days ago. I was like, what the hell is this? And then when you say it like that, it's kind of like, oh, I get it. But you're also, like, lowering your standards, and, like, you could possibly set up this innocent person up for failure, like, or up for heartbreak, you know? It's kind of fucked up.
It is. It's totally messed up. And that they think it's okay. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, why? Like,
yeah.
You kind of are like, at what point it was how you was raised? At what point
well, here's another one that might, here's another one for you. Okay, Japanese online flea market app bans the sale of ultrasound photos.
Who's selling those?
It's always amazing what you can find on Japanese flea markets. Over the years, we've seen everything from cruises to overpriced Zima. Little did I know you can even purchase other people's ultrasound photos, or at least you could until they decided to ban it. This, of course, brings two questions. Why ultrasound photos are being sold online, and why the selling of the photos has been banned.
Those are pretty important questions.
Okay, so it's all about pregnancy fraud. These women are buying these ultrasound photos and sending them to men that they have slept with to either scare them or get money from them. It's also a big scam right now.
Again, it was just how you was raised, but good Lord, what is coming of this world?
Yeah, so the app banned the ultrasound photos, the selling of them.
But you wonder why I stay inside a lot.
You've already also gotten all of your ultrasound photos that you could ever want in your life.
Yeah.
You're not trying to scam someone out of money. It also said that the people would blackmail these men into sending them money for the abortion, and then they were just scamming them out of the money.
Just like people, like I am forever and truly shocked, and I hope that I remain that naive, because being naive in this little thing is okay. But I'm continually shocked with the behavior of some people.
I think the saying that comes to mind for you is ignorance is bliss.
Right?
The more I do this podcast, and I think you said it last week, is that you're just not surprised by anything. So I'm glad I could find something to surprise you with. You did say it last week. I think you said it with the tooth that could see. You were like, I'm gonna hold what I'm thinking, because a lot of times I'm just not surprised anymore, or something along those lines. So,
oh, crazy! There's craziness out in the world.
It's wildness.
Yep, that's why I stay indoors more often than not. Because when you see too peoply outside, that's the truth.
It's definitely too peoply. Now, do you see why people are like, well, don't have any more fucking kids?
You know what I wonder is, any ideas? But I wonder, like, the last time I was at a Costco, I really wanted to hurt somebody.
Oh, man, that was me this last Saturday at Costco. I'd never gone to Costco on a Saturday. Don't fucking do it.
Don't do it. If you value your personal space and you value your healthy dose of people, you will stay away from Costco on Saturday.
It makes me excited to become a senior, because then I can take advantage of the senior hours,
Right? Oh.
You're going to have to eat that shit up.
I bet you I couldn't, because people say I don't look my age.
No, you look...
I'm not going to tell you on the radio, on the podcast, how old I am. But
refer to episode 1. She tells you there.
Yeah, that's true.
I spilled the tea on that one.
Yeah. Last week it was bad Google. This week, bad Dakota.
That'll be the cutout.
It'll match the current one we have. So
bad.
What else do you have for us?
All right. Do you want to hear about California District Attorney with meth? Or
what?
Okay, we'll do that one. Okay, California District Attorney resigns after ex-client says he sold him meth for years.
Oh, okay. Again, somebody making really unfortunate
life choices.
All
right, a district attorney of Mariposa County, the home of Yosemite National Park, abruptly resigned last week after a local newspaper handed the county sheriff a trove of text messages that allegedly show the attorney buying methamphetamine dozens of times from a man he previously prosecuted and defended in separate cases.
Good Lord. The
district attorney, Mkay, stepped down August 11th, just 3 days after the sheriff, Jeremy Brizey, got more than 30 text exchange provided by Gary, I'm not even going to try to say his last name, troubled 94-year-old with a long criminal history, including multiple restraining orders, told the paper he sold meth to Mkay 40 or 50 times over 2 years.
Goodness.
He had to quickly resign from his position.
Yeah.
Okay.
Haven't we... Meth is bad.
Just say no to drugs, okay?
Okay.
Right. Okay. All right, here's one more for you. Edmond police warn people to be on the lookout for a group of hugging bandits.
They just come up and hug you? Oh no, what is it?
3 women are charged with theft last week in an investigation that also involved RCMP and the Canadian Border Service Agency. Warrants have been issued for 3 more believed to be part of the scheme. Let's see if I can bring up the scheme. Okay. The tactic, they said, is straightforward. The thieves, acting in groups resembling families, approach vulnerable people in places from grocery stores to parking lots to strike up a conversation, going as far as asking for a hug. During the interaction, the bandits will steal the victim's jewelry and flee in a vehicle, often branded with a license plate from BC, Ontario, or Quebec. So it sounds like they're getting into conversations with people, getting a hug, and then someone may be coming up and grabbing their stuff during the hug. That's
I feel bad talking about this because I don't want to give anybody ideas on stupid shit to do on a Saturday afternoon, right?
I mean, we could feel bad about bringing it up, or we could feel good that we're letting people know to not just hug random people.
All right. You're right.
What's the one thing you teach a kid? Stranger danger. That's still,
yeah.
That goes for adults too. Don't just be hugging random motherfuckers.
No. that is a high yes. That's a hard yes.
A hard yes. Oh my goodness. Let me see if I can find it. There's this video. I want to get your reaction on it. I may have sent it to you. Did I show you the old lady trying to say all the cool words? Or like the it words?
Nuh-uh.
Okay. You're in for a good laugh. Let me see if I can find it. I think it's in this group. I have to let you know too. I didn't know some of these. I thought I was with the times, but I guess I'm old. Do you want it to your Facebook or your email?
In Facebook.
Okay. I just sent it. So it's these, I'm assuming teenagers, and they wrote down a list of like the cool words, or the lingo that's going around these days, and they're having their grandmother read it, and I couldn't stop laughing.
No cap. Where the that? That sounds like something that we should do with your grandma.
Do you know what a gidget is? A Gyat? Should we look it up?
Do you know what it is?
No.
See, I thought it was just me. I was like trying to be cool and laugh along, but I don't know hardly any of those words.
I was laughing so hard because I didn't know what some of them are. Gyat. What is a gidget? A gidget has two main intertwined meanings. It is an exclamation of excitement or surprise, and also a noun referring to an attractive large poser. Postreior.
I don't know.
Posterior.
Posterior.
A large posterior.
Oh, it means you have a big caboose. Posterior.
Oh. Yeah, that's a gidget.
It's somebody with a big butt.
Let's see how it's said in a sentence.
Are you asking ChatGPT?
No, I'm just asking Google, but it has its own AI system. Gidget, that's an amazing figure, or exclaim, she has the hugest gidget. Look at the shitter on that critter.
Oh, I feel like a big house.
Baby got back. That's too funny. All right, Mom.
One last time, gonna give out a shout out to the people of Minneapolis. Much love. And don't forget to drink your water and talk to your therapist.
Please, guys, talk to your therapist. Please! Exclamation point.
Bye!
Bye-bye.
I just haven't shit my pants. Who shit my pants? That's a little odd, Dakota.